This just may be the realest video I've ever made. I hope you're ready for that. Okay, so a couple years back, I did a really deep analysis of myself, and I mean, I went really deep. Pause. And I discovered that pretty much everything bad that had happened in my life, all the bad events had all had one thing in common. They all had something to do with a woman. Now, I don't want you guys to sit up here and think that I'm a woman hater or that I'm not taking responsibility for my life. Those were absolutely my decisions, and some of the decisions I made were really bad ones. But there was the common denominator, and they all had to do with me going after the V-Box. So I'm going to sit up here at this camera. I'm gonna be very bold, and I'm gonna say this to you. If you are in your 20s, dating should be on the very bottom of your priority list. These years are very important to you. This is where you're meant to be finding out who you are. You're supposed to be building the foundation for the rest of your life. At the end of the day, you're a grown man, but in your 20s, that's when you do you. That's when you get the chance to explore, get the chance to learn about your career, gain skills, gain knowledge. That is when you get to do all this stuff. And I honestly believe it should not be wasted on chasing a lot of women. And honestly, guys, I wish I could have my 20s back. And I sit up here at this camera and I say it as if it's easy, but I know things aren't easy, guys. I know men struggle with sexual discipline, especially in a culture that is super hyperly sexualized. Everywhere you look, it's cheeks. It's cheeks everywhere. It's hard, but I wish you guys would listen to this message. Now, before I dive into the reasons, I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. I'm not saying that you should never pursue a woman. I'm not saying women are bad. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is that you should get your house in order. You should get your life. You should set it up the way you want it to be before you partake in too much WAP. That's all I'm saying. Now, the first reason you should stop chasing women is because it's empty. Look, guys, I'll keep it real with you. When I was young, I was ugly as hell. Like, I got no females at all. And because of that, all I wanted when I was growing up was to be like the popular guys, be like the guys who got the girls, be like the guys who got all the girls to do these sexual stuff with them. I wanted to be like that. I wanted that, like truly. That was probably one of the top things that I wanted. And honestly, after wanting that for so long, I finally got it. I was the guy doing that. I was the guy with all the girls. I had a different girl every day of the week. I can't sit up here and lie to you guys and say I didn't, because I did. But what I found out shortly after that is it's empty. Yes, it's fun for a while. Yes, you feel like the man. But at the end of the day, when you go home, when you're by yourself, it's empty. I'm here to tell you that there's really nothing significant or meaningful about having sex with a bunch of women. So I'm sorry to burst you guys' bubble. The second reason is it's a waste of time. Do you really like to drink like that? Or do you get drunk so you have the confidence so you can go talk to girls? Do you really like to go out to clubs like that? So much so that you go out every weekend and spend a lot of money? Or is it that you go to clubs so that you can meet girls? But a lot of times I think we don't actually look at the realistic state of what we're actually doing. You go to the club Friday and Saturday. Yeah, sure, you have a great time. You buy drinks, you flirt with a lot of girls that you're never gonna see again. But guess what? On Sunday, your body hurts. You're hungover. You don't wanna do anything. So you rest all day, that day is gone. Then guess what? On Monday, you spend Monday doing everything you were supposed to do Sunday, getting ready for the week. So now you're only 30% effective on Monday. So that's really 2 days gone based off of that. There's just so much time wasted when you are chasing women. Now just imagine the guys that do that 4 times a week, Thursday through Sunday, every week of the year for a whole year. How much time have they wasted? It's crazy. The next reason is it's a huge waste of money, and you know it. Let's go back to the club example. I forgot to mention, on that Friday and Saturday, you spent about $300 each entertaining a bunch of girls, buying a bunch of girls drinks that you're probably never gonna see or talk to again. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you spent about $150 on 2 dates that you went on earlier that week. So right there, we're already about $900 a week, and we still got the whole month to go. Do you get my point? Do you get where we're trying to go here? Do you guys have any idea where my portfolio would be if I didn't waste so much money on girls? Do you have any idea where I would be in my life if I didn't waste so much money on girls? Honestly, I don't even want to talk about it because I'm low-key disgusted with who Glasgow was in his 20s. That's why I'm making this video for y'all. Another reason you shouldn't chase women right now is it costs you opportunity. I'm keeping it 8 more than 92 with you guys right now. The only reason I went to Baylor to play college football was because my ex-girlfriend wanted me to. She wanted me to stay in Texas. The truth is, I had 12 plus scholarships and Baylor really wasn't on the top of my list. They were because they offered me first, but I wanted to go other places. I wanted to go out of state to explore, to learn, to grow. But I had an ex who was staying in Texas, And she felt that if I went to Baylor, that would give us the best chance for our relationship to thrive. Do you think that relationship worked? Please, let me tell you. Within 2 weeks, she cheated on me with an upperclassman. So smart to make a decision based on a girl, Glass. Idiot. But I have more examples. After college, when I was supposed to be training for my pro day, getting ready for the NFL, guess what? I moved in with a girl in College Station. I moved in with her because I thought I was in love. And yeah, sure, was I training down there in College Station with her every day? Yes. But was I training as much as I should have been? No, I didn't. Because you know why? I was too consumed with the V-Box. Too consumed. So I wasn't prepared for my pro day. Didn't do that great. Not to mention that this girl literally almost ruined my life, but I'm not ready to share that story with you guys yet. Maybe soon. But wait, there's more. Head ass. After I got cut by the Cowboys, I was training hard for my next shot to get in the league. And yes, I was working out hard, but I had a girlfriend at the time who was always wanting me to go out and do stuff with her friends. Always wanting to go out and eat. Always wanting to drink. Always wanting to go out to the clubs. And yes, like I said before, I worked out hard, but I would still partake in those activities with her because I was being a good boyfriend, right? But the truth is, I was working out hard and I was not spending a lot of time on recovering my body. I wasn't resting. Alcohol doesn't help you become a better athlete, right? It just don't help you. Anyways, long story short, I end up getting hurt because of my lack of recovery from doing all that partying and doing all that drinking. I end up getting a call from 2 teams that say, hey, we want you to come in for a tryout. We think you're a good back. We want to see what you got. Long story short, they end up bringing me in versus some other backs. And because I was hurt, I couldn't really perform at the level I knew I could perform at. And guess what? I didn't get the position. And on top of that, the guys that they called in with me, it was just me and one other guy in both situations. They ended up playing in the NFL for, 3 to 5 years. That was my lifelong dream, guys. And when that dream and opportunity came to me, I was not prepared. I was not prepared because I was focused on the V-Box. Another big reason you shouldn't chase women is because it's gonna get you in trouble. Let's keep it real here. The power balance has started to shift in women's favor. Seriously, man, one accusation from one girl can ruin your life. Literally, just one accusation, even before you've been proven guilty. I'm serious, girls can come out 30 years later and say you touched them at a party in college and boom, your whole life is ruined. Your job is gone. You out of there. All because of that one accusation. Now, it may sound like I'm salty, but I promise y'all I have seen this firsthand. Did you guys forget I played at Baylor? Did you forget I played at Baylor during the whole rape scandal where there was like 52 rapes? Now, do I think all the people that say they got raped were lying? Absolutely not. There were definitely niggas out there taking the V-Box. Don't get me wrong. Some of my teammates, they were animals. Like, I wouldn't put it past them. But the point is, I don't think everybody out there was doing that. I don't think everybody out there was doing it. But the real point is so many lives were ruined or disrupted from these accusations. Y'all remember Sean Oakman, about 7 foot D line? Okay, he ain't 7 foot. He like 6'9". But anyway, 6'9" lineman with a 6-pack. He was a meme. He was super popular, super good at what he did. But anyway, he got accused of rape. And then it comes out 3-4 years later, he was found innocent. So I get it. I love that he was found innocent. Yes, I'm glad his life wasn't completely ruined. But here's the truth. Is he playing football right now? Yeah, he's playing for some league. I'm not sure where it is. But this man was going to be a first-round draft pick. Literally, first round. And a lot of teams passed on him because of these accusations, because he was caught up in that case. Yeah, like I said, he's playing somewhere else right now. But he could have been in the league, making millions. That accusation cost him millions. All because all of us, honestly, all of us college football players was out there slanging D. We was. And if I could go back, guys, I would have focused a little more on what I was doing. But that's not all. My coach, Art Browse, he was the coach of all this stuff. He didn't do any of the rapes himself, but he was a coach. He kind of got scapegoated for the whole thing, lost his job. Point is now he can't get a job anywhere without receiving a lot of blowbacks just from the accusations of what the program was doing to cover it up. Just because of those accusations. Every time he gets hired somewhere, there's an outrage and then he loses his job. This man is one of the best coaches I've ever known. And he can't get a job anywhere. Guys, please hear me when I say this. All it takes is one ex. All it takes is one angry girl who wants to get back at you. All it takes is one drunk girl who gave you the V-Box willingly, but afterwards feels a little guilty. So now she wants to go ahead and say you force yourself on her. That's all it takes for your life to be uprooted and ruined. Trust me when I say this, it is not worth it, guys. Please, 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 please focus on yourself. The women have all the power in these situations, and you want to make sure you don't find yourself in one. It's dangerous out here for real. One last thing I'll say is that there's been a pretty common denominator in my life, and while I'm not 100% sure that this is the reason I have excelled, I'm about 95% sure. Anytime I have cut off women and focused on myself and my craft, my life has gone up exponentially. Literally every single time I've looked back and I've documented this in my life. So that's all I'm trying to share with you guys. Not saying don't get married, not saying don't pursue a woman at some point. All I'm saying is make sure you take time to focus on yourself and build the empire that you want. That's it. Peace.